In the last episode on I Know a Guy, we talked about something most men never admit, and that is the addiction to recognition, the need to be noticed, affirmed, validated, and what happens when the applause disappears. But today, the real question is this. How does a man actually break free from that? How does he stop living for the approval of people and start living from the unshakable identity of a beloved son? Let's talk about that next on I Know a Guy. Stay with me. Men, we're back for another podcast of I Know a Guy. I am Steve Cummings, your host, Chief Identity Officer, and founder of Bringing Kingdom. We are here every day to walk with men to the promised land of living fearlessly from your identity as a beloved son. Today, I want to start off by saying I know a guy who realized something uncomfortable about himself. He didn't just enjoy recognition, he needed it. When someone complimented him, he felt alive. When someone thanked him, he felt valued. And when people noticed his work, his heart felt full. And that is called false identity. We say, oh, no. It's kind of like holding your hand up saying, please stop. But in the meantime, your left hand is going, tell me more. But when none of that happened, when those things didn't happen to him, he felt invisible. And invisible quickly turned into something deeper, unimportant. And unimportant slowly turned into the lie, maybe I don't matter. The problem wasn't recognition. The problem was where he was getting his identity. Because if recognition is what tells you that you matter, then the absence of recognition will always make you question your worth. And a lot of men live in that quiet tension. There is a recognition trap. Here's what the recognition addiction does. It moves your identity outside of you. Your sense of worth becomes dependent on, which means you have no control over it, what people say, what people think, how people respond, and how people react. Men, this is a dangerous way to live because people are inconsistent. I bet you didn't know that. It's like, Steve, tell me something new. Some days they praise you, some days they ignore you, and some days they criticize you. If your identity rises and falls with recognition, you will never have stability in your soul. And that's why so many men quietly feel exhausted. They're constantly performing for an audience, even when they don't realize it. I'm here to bring you the recognition detox. Breaking this addiction requires something very intentional. Listen closely. You have to practice doing things that no one will see. Not occasionally, regularly. Jesus actually modeled this. Matthew 6:6 tells us, when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Notice the emphasis there, men. Unseen. The Father is constantly inviting us into a life where the most important things happen, where no one is watching. Why? Because that is where identity gets anchored, in the unseen. When a man begins living faithfully without needing recognition, something powerful happens inside him. He becomes free from applause, free from comparison, and free from needing validation because he knows who he belongs to. You see, the Father already sees you. Jesus repeats this phrase several times in Matthew 6. Your Father who sees what is done in secret. God sees what no one else sees. He sees quiet integrity, hidden obedience, unseen sacrifices, and moments you choose truth over comfort. The world may never recognize those things and probably won't, but guess what? Heaven does. That's all that counts. And when a man truly believes that, and not just knows it, but he's living from it, he becomes incredibly stable because his identity is no longer built on public recognition. It is rooted in being known by the Father. There's a lie that recognition tells, and recognition will whisper this dangerous lie. You ready? You matter when people notice you. But the gospel says something radically different. You mattered before anyone noticed you. You mattered before you accomplished anything, and you mattered before you proved anything. Why? Because identity was never meant to come from recognition. It comes from relationship, from being a beloved son. So here's a question every one of us need to wrestle with. If no one ever applauded your life, would you still live it the same way? Would you still love your family the same way? Would you serve the same way? Would you follow God the same way? And if the answer is yes, then your identity is in the right place. But if you answered no to one of those, that's not shameful. It's simply an invitation to move from recognition-driven living to identity-driven living. Let me leave you with this. The most powerful men in the kingdom are often the least recognized. They are faithful fathers, steady husbands, quiet leaders, men whose lives may never trend, but heaven knows their names because the Father sees what no one else sees. And for a beloved son, that recognition is enough.